this is my initial thoughts on this softbox that I received today from Amazon, and I love it. Yep, I've only had it 5 minutes, and it only took a couple of minutes to put it together because the rods just click into place, a bit like the Aputure Lightdome 2, but this is not the Aputure Lightdome 2. This was £100 cheaper. It's the LAOFAS Parabolic Softbox, and it's the 120cm version, the B, which is apparently better than the A. So I read some reviews on Amazon, and somebody said that apparently the B is the one to get. The A is not as good, and they're quite similar in terms of price. So you can get this in a 60cm, a 90cm, or 120cm. So naturally I bought the biggest diffuser because you get softer, more flattering light on your subjects, your models, or whatever. So yeah, absolutely fantastic. So it's easy to put together, it's easy to put down. I've not tried putting it down yet, but I believe that it is. I kind of hate those reviews from people who have only owned something for 5 minutes, like me, and they kind of proclaim to know everything. I'm not going to do all that. I'm just making it clear that is my initial thoughts on this, and I'm very impressed because I had reservations about buying this. I was going to get the Aputure Lightdome 2, which is about £230 here in the UK. This was £129. I seem to remember it being on for about £130 on Amazon, and then it went up to £150, which is the normal RRP price, recommended retail price. And then I was a bit gutted, and I was thinking, oh, I could have got it for like 20 quid cheaper. But then when it went back down to went down to 129, I've just kind of taken a day, had it in my basket, and then started reading reviews again, gone onto YouTube, watched people's reviews on it, and everybody said it's great, and it is. It's absolutely fantastic. I give it 10 out of 10 in terms of like this initial thoughts or initial review. I might revisit this after 3 or 6 months when I've become like a long-term user of this and see if it stood the test of time, but the material feels absolutely fantastic. It's easy to put up, it's easy to take down. I have got a few other softboxes, and they're the type where you have to do kind of the tricky folding action like I do with reflectors and things like that, and it's very difficult to get the kind of knack of that. Really hard to do that. So I prefer this where you just put the rods in place and then release them and take them down when you're ready. I believe you can leave the diffusion in place when you put it down. I'm just going to check that because I don't want to damage anything or put strain in anything or unnecessary creases. But just to run through all the diffusion that you get with this and the difference, like the main difference as I see it with this and the Aputure Lightdome 2. So the main difference as I see it, both the Aputure and this LAOFAS have both got a similar mechanism of moving the rods into place to put this up and take it down. So that's kind of the constant here. That's the similarity. They're both really easy. They take less than a minute to put up and take down. The difference is that the Aputure Lightdome 2 has the ability to have gels. It's got a gel holder in there. But I was thinking about it. I'll use this as a key light, or I wouldn't really use it as a fill light. I'd probably maybe use it as a rim light as well. But I wouldn't have colours. I don't want to use colours. I use RGBs anyway for like fill lights. So yeah, that's something that I'd never use with the Aputure, so I'm not going to pay another £100 for that privilege. I'm not saying these products are exactly like for like. All I know is that I've got quite high standards when it comes to equipment, and this fits my requirements, my needs. I did buy a newer softbox, which was a bit smaller than this. I can't remember exactly how big it was, maybe a 60 or 90 centimetre. I didn't really spend much time with it, but that opened like an umbrella and you have to put lots of force on it. It ended up with like quite a mucky hand from the way they'd machined the metal. I'm not sure if it was grease or just like fragments of the metal. It's just not very nice experience. I've had some good newer products and some kind of bad ones. I really like the boom pole holder, and a few other things that I've got by newer, but and I've got a couple of light stands as well, which are pretty good. But yeah, I didn't like the softbox, so and I do like this one. This is more expensive than the newer one. But when I put this up, there were no greasy hands, no mucky hands or anything like that. Really nice. So I'll just talk about the diffuser element of this. Obviously, that's what it is. It's a light diffuser. The whole purpose is to have soft, flattering light. So it comes with the grid, obviously, which is the outer layer. This helps to direct the light better. And then you've got 3 white diffusers. One's really small, and that sits really close to the light, and has these kind of Velcro fasteners. They've all got Velcro fasteners, and it kind of sits very close to the light, not too close, but close enough to kind of block that hot spot, so you've got a more even light dispersed. And then you've got the choice of using one or the other of these other white diffusers, these big ones which go on the outer layer just before the grid. One of them is 1.5 stops. The other one is 2.5 stops. So it depends on how much light you want to have coming through and how soft you want your image to be. Feels a bit like a shower curtain. This, I think it's actually made out of shower curtain material, but it all feels really, really sturdy. So yeah, I'm just going to finish off this review now. I'm going to give this 10 out of 10. I don't give everything 10 out of 10. I'm not afraid to return things if they're not fit for purpose for me. But this is a winner. I really love this. I've got to say though, it's big, so make sure you pick the right one for your circumstances. There's a 60 centimeter, 90 centimeter, 120 centimeter. This is the biggest one, the 120 centimeter. Make sure you've got room for this. Pros of having this really easy to put up system is if you're going to take this out on location, it's a lot better to, time is money, and you don't want to be frustrated like taking 10-15 minutes to put these together. And I've heard about some of these where they're just a nightmare. You've got to put every rod in place, slide them in, and they're just some of them don't last 5 minutes either. But yeah, this is a keeper. Really happy with this. Give it 10 out of 10. It's big though, so make sure you've got a sturdy light stand or use a C-stand with it. Make sure that the light that you're using with it has got a nice sturdy Bowens type mount as well. You've got to tighten up your light. Earlier, I'm using an Interfit Badger Beam cob light, 60 watt daylight, 5600 Kelvin bulb LED, and the Interfit light stand that came with this. I bought it as a twin set with a couple of soft boxes with it. It's okay, yeah. I mean, I'd probably be able to use it with this. It's not really bowing over or anything like that. It would be more sturdy on a C-stand. I've got a Matthews C-stand. But yeah, pretty good. I'd probably chuck a sandbag on there just to counterbalance that. But yeah, really good. If you own this or thinking of buying it or have bought something different and have any comments below, please leave me a comment. It really helps. Like and subscribe to this. Share this video if you found it useful, or if you think anybody else would find it useful who's in a similar circumstance looking for a big softbox with nice soft light. So speak soon, and I'll post another video soon. Thank you.